Good morning, guys. Hope you're all doing well and having a great start to your weekend. Just want to give you guys a quick update real quick on a few things and answer a question I've been getting. First of all, Blooded Ministries is now officially a business. Everything is done, legal, documented, and we are ready to rock. So that is awesome. We'll have a website up before too long, and that'll be awesome. Just like the song says, everything is awesome. The question I'm getting from a lot of you guys on my Kickstarter campaign is why I'm asking for $10,000. It's a big chunk of change, and I get that, so it's a very valid question. The cool thing about Kickstarter is that it's what's called an all or nothing campaign. So if I'm asking for $10,000, if I raise $9,000, I don't get any of it. And so that protects you guys as people giving, that protects, because you'll get your money back. If I don't raise the full goal, if I go above and beyond, then I get everything. It also protects me because if something happens and I only raised $400 or $500, everybody still wants to see the same product and same results that they wanted to see from the $10,000. So it's just a safer way to do business. It's a great way to go about it. So please check that out. I'll put a link in the description. Desperately need the funds. The way I came up with $10,000 is I looked at a few different options for racking. There is the kind of traditional tub style, and those with thermostats are $2,000 to $3,000 a rack. I figure I'll need 2 of those to start, and so that's $4,000 to $6,000. The other option I looked at were the kind of like what you see in a lot of the reptile stores, where they have the hinged doors that swing open and close. And I really like that a lot better because you can see the animals, you can see what they're doing, make sure everybody's okay without having to pull it out and jostle them around. The only issue is that it's a small hole in the front and you're reaching your hand straight in there every single time into the animal's face. And so it adds a lot of stress. It adds a chance for me to get bit, which is fun for you guys, but not for me. So I'm probably going to go with the tub style. If I go with the kind of store display style, those run usually around $500 each with a thermostat. And then on top of that, I would have to probably do 10 of them, so it's right around $5,000 again. So either way for racking, I'm about $5,000, and that's half of what I'm asking for. You figure 10 to 20 snakes, anywhere from $100 to $300, depending on what color morph, things like that. I'm not going for crazy stuff. I'm not going way out there. But again, you're looking $2,000 to $3,000 realistically. And so if you split the difference on that, it's $2,500. So that's $7,500 just for snakes and racks, and I haven't even added lizards to that. I would like to do probably some leopard geckos, knobtail geckos, African fat-tail geckos later on. Probably not right to start with, but if I have the extra funds, then I would. I have nothing right now supply-wise. I just have what I have to take care of my own reptiles. And so I will also need incubators, probably 2, or 1 good size one if it's all ball pythons. If I try to add any other snake that has different temperature requirements, if I do any type of gecko or anything, obviously I'll have to add another one. So that starts to add up there. It's in a non-climate controlled area, so I will need a small heater for the winter, a small room air conditioner for the summer, and so all that together, incubators, heating, cooling, any type of special lighting I need if I have anything that has UVA or UVB needs, probably around $2,000 for that. Or I'm sorry, around $1,000 for that. And so that puts me at $8,500. And then I have still shooting stuff from my iPhone. Obviously, I don't even have a tripod for it. So some decent camera and editing software. I don't need a big, fancy, expensive one. But I figure camera, software, tripod, a microphone, because you guys are saying you can't hear me. It's probably going to be around $500 for everything, just for a decent one. So it puts me at $9,000. So I have $1,000 left if I raise my $10,000 goal. I still haven't bought bedding or paper, depending on what I'm going to put down. Still haven't bought any type of food, and I would need to stock up on frozen rodents. Still haven't purchased any crickets or roaches or worms for lizards. Still haven't bought vitamin supplements. Still haven't bought somewhere to store the frozen rodents, like a little freezer, so my wife is not wild about them being inside. Still have to order t-shirts for the company. Still have to get our website up and running. The list goes on and on. So $10,000 is a very realistic goal for me to set. It is a big chunk of change. I totally get that. But it is not above and beyond what I'm actually needing to get started on this. So please go check it out. Like I said, the link is in the description. If you have any questions, please feel free to ask. I am an open book. Like I say in my Kickstarter description, I will be completely transparent with this. Everything I purchase will go online so you guys can see it, so you know where every penny goes to. It lets you guys hold me accountable. You know where your money's going, and helps me be a good steward of my money the way we're called to be. So thank you in advance for the support. Love you guys. All right, guys, one more thing I wanted to add. This is not me bragging. This is not me trying to look good. Just so people know where I'm at with this, where my level of dedication is. I have a Can-Am Spider that I love. It's my baby, and take my kids out on it, have a lot of fun with it. And I have her on Craigslist right now, have her on Facebook, up for sale, trying to clear out space in the garage, make room for things to happen. So just want to let you guys know that there is a high level of dedication from me on this, and I want you to know that before you start giving your money. Thanks. All right, guys, message for today was brought up in my Bible study Wednesday morning, and it's a really cool group. It's not a group I put together, it's a group that I joined. I used to lead one for a few years. That was one that I put together, and it was just a group of friends, and we're all very like-minded and very much just not, we're all like-minded, so that we all looked at things the same way. And so this is a group put together by somebody else, and it's everybody in there has different points of view and different viewpoints, would be, I guess, the right word for it. And I was talking to one of the guys about it, and he's an engineer, and he has very much that engineering mind. And so when he goes through scripture, he sees things from that engineering standpoint and from specs and from numbers. And I look at things from more of a social, outgoing kind of aspect, which is why I see things the way that I do. And so it's kind of cool to get together with him and hear different thoughts. And he brought up a good question with the group, which is a question that gets asked a lot, which was about healing. And he wanted to know, I guess, why some people get healed and some people don't. And so I kind of gave him my viewpoints on that and my thoughts on it and what I had been through. And so I wanted to share that with you guys because it is a great question. And the answer that I gave him was that sometimes healing doesn't look like we think it should. Sometimes healing is the ultimate healing, and we go home to be with Jesus, and we wake up and we have no pains and no issues and no problems. Sometimes it's miraculous healing. Sometimes it's healing through surgery. And just the advances in medicine that are a huge, huge miracle allow us to be healed. And so we have to look at all of those different things and all those different aspects before we can say something wasn't a miracle or somebody wasn't healed. And so kind of a cool thing from my life, and I'm not trying to talk trash about anybody, I'm not trying to do anything like that, just to let you guys know my background, where I'm coming from. And also, if you guys are going through this, please reach out to me. I'm more than happy to talk about it and share my story. A few years ago, I went through a really nasty divorce, and my ex-wife had an affair with somebody who I thought was my best friend. And so I kind of had, nowhere really to go to and no friends to talk to because my best friend was with my ex-wife. And so I got a really bad hernia and put it off getting take care of it because I didn't have much money, I didn't have insurance. And I called the doctor and tried to make an appointment, and they said, you need to go to the hospital, you're about to die. And went in, had a pretty big surgery. It was actually a double hernia, and I kept praying for healing. I didn't understand why it didn't happen. And through the process, without a friend, without my ex-wife, who was my wife at the time, obviously, I had my parents. And I hadn't been super close with them since I had gotten married, and I guess kind of grew away from them. And so to learn to lean on them again, and for my dad especially, took time off of work. He was up every 4 hours giving me pills, changing my ice packs, helping me get up and down out of bed, which I couldn't even do on my own. And so it was this cool thing that I realized afterwards, that God didn't heal me. I was healed through surgery, so I still got healed the way I asked. But because I didn't get healed, God used that to work on a relationship in my life that's very important. And it wouldn't have happened. So it just goes back to, healing doesn't look how we think it does sometimes, but we also have to remember who God is and what He knows, and He sees so far beyond our grasp of time. And we can't question Him. We don't always understand it. We don't always know what's happening or why, but we do know we serve an amazing God and that He will always take care of us. And if that's something you guys want to hear more about or something you have a question on, please feel free to reach out to me. I am more than happy to answer questions, take time for you, whatever you need. Yeah, and that's it. I appreciate your time, appreciate you guys listening, appreciate you liking, commenting, and subscribing. Kickstarter link is in here, as well as the link to my Facebook page for the company. Any questions, any concerns, please feel free to reach out. Hope you guys have a great weekend. Hope you're blessed to be a blessing to others, and I will talk to you later.